Hello, boys and girls, mummies and daddies, and anybody else who's watching. I'm Nadine, and this is my special friend, Peter Rabbit. What? Oh, you want to say hello to the... All right. You're going to say hello to the boys and girls? All right. Hello. Hello, boys and girls. Hello, boys and girls. Hello. I think that's enough, Peter. All right. Yes, okay. Right, so now, this is a very popular rabbit all over the world. And I'm going to read you a story. He's got a story all about him. All right, are you sitting comfortably, boys and girls? Are you going to be a good rabbit? Okay, we're going to begin then. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits. And their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. Yes, that's you, isn't it? Yes. They lived with their mother in a sandbank underneath the root of a very big fir tree. Now, my dears, said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning, you may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. He was put in a pie by Mr. McGregor. Now, run along and don't get into mischief. I am going out. Then old Mrs. Rabbit took a basket and her umbrella and went through the wood to the baker's. She bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 currant buns. Lovely, Peter, lovely. Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, you hear, your sisters, went down the lane to gather blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, you were very naughty, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor's garden. And what did you do? Squeeze. Yes, I know you. Squeeze. All right, Peter. Squeeze. Yes, all right. Squeezed under the gate. Yes, we know. We squeezed under the gate. First he ate some lettuces and some French beans, and then he ate some radishes. And then, feeling rather sick, ooh, I know. He went to look for some parsley. But round the end of a cucumber frame, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor was on his hands and knees, remember? Yes, I know, planting out young cabbages. But he jumped up and ran after Peter, waving a rake and calling out, "Stop, thief! Stop, thief! All right, I know, it's all right. Peter was most dreadfully frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. He lost one of his shoes among the cabbages, and the other shoe amongst the potatoes. Remember that? I know. After losing them, he ran on 4 legs and went faster, so that I think he might have got away altogether if he had not, unfortunately, run into a gooseberry net and got caught by the large buttons on his jacket. It was a blue jacket, yes, this one, with brass buttons, quite new. I know, we know you got caught, I know, but it's all right, don't worry, it's all right. Hey, come on, I've got to finish the Peter, I've got to finish the story. Oh, Peter, what are you doing? I've got to finish the story. Right, boys and girls, won't be a moment. Peter, you're going to come up. I know, when I'm reading the story to the boys and girls. Okay. Just a minute, boys and girls. Won't be a minute. Okay, come on. There we are. Yes, oh dear. All right, so, where did we get to? Yeah, it was a blue jacket. Yes, the one you've got on, with brass buttons, quite new. Peter gave himself up for lost and shed big tears. I know, don't cry. Oh, it's all right. Don't cry, it's all right, darling, it's all right. But the sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrows who flew to him in great excitement and implored him to exert himself. Did you exert yourself? Right. Mr. McGregor came up with a sieve which he intended to pop upon the top of Peter. All right, it's all right. Don't go, it's all right, boys and girls. But Peter wriggled out. I know, you wriggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind him. No, we won't take the jacket off, Pete. No, we won't. We'll keep the jacket on. Thank you very much. Yes, lovely, lovely. Anne rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a can. It would have been a beautiful thing to hide in if it had not had so much water in it. And you got wet, didn't you? Yes. You got where you were. Oh dear, what a bunny rabbit. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, perhaps hidden underneath a flower pot. He began to turn them over carefully, looking under each. It's all right, it's all right. Presently Peter sneezed, "Tissue!" All right, tissue. Yeah, only once, Peter. Tissue. But Mr. McGregor was after him in no time. I know, you were running round. All right, Peter, all right, it's all right. I know. And tried to put his foot upon Peter, who jumped out of a window, upsetting 3 plants. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor, thank goodness for that. And he was tired of running after Peter. He went back to his work, so that we can all settle down now, Peter. All right? Yes, all quiet. I'm reading to the boys and girls. Peter sat down to rest. There we are. You're sitting down to rest? Lovely. He was out of breath and trembling with fright, and he had not the least idea which way to go. Also, he was